Two matches on Super Sunday with very different results, right? The first match, Chennai Super Kings really demolished Royal Challengers Bangalore in a one-sided game, and the other one, Delhi Capitals getting the better of Sunrisers Hyderabad in a thriller, in a super over, the first super over of the 2021 Indian Premier League. There's plenty to talk about both these two games, but before I do that, here's a quick look at why you should download the FanFight app.
It's match day. Play fantasy cricket now. Get up to 2.5 crores daily and lots more. 20 times more. Win big on FanFight. This game involves an element of financial risk and may be addictive. Please play responsibly and at your own risk.
Right then, starting from the first game of the afternoon, of Sunday afternoons, Chennai Super Kings completely destroyed Royal Challengers Bangalore. Mind you, till about the 18th or the 19th over of the CSK innings, it did look like Royal Challengers Bangalore were in complete control thanks to superb bowling from Harshal Patel and Mohammad Siraj. Harshal Patel, of course, the purple cap holder in the 2021 IPL so far, was really, really impressive once again. Ravindra Jadeja and MS Dhoni were at the crease in the final over of the CSK innings, and they would have been harboring thoughts of a score in the vicinity of the late 160s or early 170s. But then, absolutely, Ravindra Jadeja just absolutely exploded and took 37 runs of that final over from Harshal Patel, including a free hit. So he hit 5 sixes, 1 boundary, and finished unbeaten of 62 on 62 of 28 balls. It was just complete bullying that by Ravindra Jadeja. He changed the course of the game. He turned the game on its head. Of course, Ravindra Jadeja was dropped on zero of the bowling of Washington Sundar by Daniel Christian. That must have come back to haunt RCB, and how. In response, RCB got off to a quick start thanks to Devdutt Padikkal, who scored 100, scored his maiden IPL 100 in the last game for RCB. He got off to a quick start, even though RCB lost Virat Kohli early, but it wasn't going to be enough after Ravindra Jadeja snared Washington Sundar, Glenn Maxwell, and AB de Villiers. He completely dashed any hopes that RCB had at that stage. It was just that kind of a performance. And like Pragyan Oja said on the post-match show on Sports Today, Ravindra Jadeja's batting rubbed off on his bowling as well, and he was at his best against Royal Challengers Bangalore single-handedly. First, he turned the game on its head with the bat, unbeaten 62 of 28 balls. Of course, there was a half century from Faf du Plessis earlier on. Ruturaj Gaikwad played a good cameo, but the real turning point really came from Ravindra Jadeja, and especially in that final over with the bat, and then his 4 overs with the ball. Of course, Imran Tahir also playing for CSK on Sunday. He was impressive as well, and at one point it did look like the game would hinge on how Glenn Maxwell and AB de Villiers would bat for RCB and how Ravindra Jadeja and Imran Tahir would bowl for CSK. That matchup, of course, Ravindra Jadeja completely won that matchup hands up. It was just that kind of a performance, and not surprisingly, he was the man of the match. It was just one of those brilliant individual performances. In the second game, though, that's where it turned into a thriller. Delhi Capitals scored 159 for 4 of the 20 overs. Very, very fine half century from Prithvi Shaw. Good innings from skipper Rishabh Pant and Steve Smith. Rishabh Pant came into bat at number 3. Steve Smith at number 4. They rallied around to score 159 for 4 of 20 overs on a tricky pitch. Sunrisers Hyderabad, in response, got off to a quick start, thanks to Johnny Bairstow, even though they unfortunately could not quite cross the line in the real game, in the real time, in the 20 overs with Kane. Despite Kane Williamson's superb half century, he was just again like Ravindra Jadeja for CSK. Kane Williamson waged a lone battle for SRH for most of the game, but his fine innings was not enough for Sunrisers Hyderabad to cross the line. They also finished at 159 for the loss of 7 wickets of the 20 overs, which meant we had the first super over of the season. Again, instead of Johnny Bairstow, they sent Kane Williamson in with David Warner. They didn't put too many on the board, did they? And Delhi Capitals, all credit to Rishabh Pant and the DC camp, for holding the nerves in that super over victory. Shikhar Dhawan came out to bat with Rishabh Pant for Delhi Capitals in the super over, and they just took the game and those 2 points. But it was a fine performance from Kane Williamson. Of course, a good start from Johnny Bairstow, but there are there are several issues with the batting lineup that SRH and David Warner will have to look at. Who do you really put the onus on after the top three of David Warner, Johnny Bairstow, and Kane Williamson? But what a game that was. And Akshar Patel, he played his first game for Delhi Capitals this season after recovering from COVID. He was very impressive, and of course, that super over from him was really such a delight to watch. He was so calm and so calculated in that over for Delhi Capitals. Well, Prithvi Shaw was named man of the match for his half century earlier in the game, and that was a brilliant 53 of 39 balls. So he'd be a very, very happy man, as will be Ricky Ponting, the coach of Delhi Capitals, and Rishabh Pant, the captain of Delhi Capitals. And what can you say about Ravindra Jadeja? No word of effusive praise is enough for one of the finest all-rounders in the game today, across formats. You look at what he's done for Indian Test cricket and in international cricket and ODIs, and of course in the IPL for Chennai Super Kings throughout his career there. He just keeps getting better. And of course, like Virat Kohli said, he was happy with Ravindra Jadeja's dominant performance, despite the fact that his team lost a game. And of course, RCB are still number 2 in the points table, and they'll have plenty more opportunities to stay on top of the points table alongside Chennai Super Kings. And it does look like it's going to be a very fascinating battle between these two teams. And of course, Sunrisers Hyderabad are also with 8 points from 5 matches now. So that's something they'll be very, very happy to maintain. Of course, I'll just give you a revised, the latest revised points table, because remember, RCB took quite a hammering, right? And their net run rate suffered. So CSK, Delhi Capitals, and Royal Challengers Bangalore, all these 3 teams are on 8 points after 5 matches. But because of the superior net run rate, CSK are number 1, Delhi Capitals number 2, and Royal Challengers Bangalore at number 3. And Mumbai Indians and Punjab Kings both have 4 points from 5 matches, but because Mumbai Kings have a better net run rate, Mumbai Kings are number 4. So that's your top 4 in the IPL. After the first leg of the IPL with matches in Mumbai and Chennai got over. So that's the top 4: CSK, Delhi Capitals, Royal Challengers Bangalore, and defending champions Mumbai Indians. But we'll of course wait and see how much of that table changes in the course of the next several weeks. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this segment of the match summary. Please do not forget to download the FanFight app, and of course, please do subscribe to Sports Today. Thank you so much. Have a very good day.